Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to study the topic cell theory. Cell theory is basically the result of around 200 years research. Since the first observation of the cell under the microscope by the scientist Robert Hooke, he observed the cork cells, the plant cells, under the microscope in 1665, and then after that various scientists observed various components of the cells, and some scientists observed the plant cells, some observed the animal cells, and slowly and gradually the biology progressed towards the development of cell theory. So it took around 2 centuries of research which ultimately led to the development of cell theory. And the cell theory was put forward by two scientists, the Schleiden and the Schwann, in 1930s. We will move towards the important teaching points. Cell theory was a result of 2 centuries research. From 1665 till 1930s, various scientists contributed towards the cell theory. So after various developments by various scientists, two scientists Schleiden and Schwann in 1930s put forward the cell theory. The three basic points of the cell theory are as under. Number one, all the living organisms, whether they are plants, whether animals or microorganisms, they all are made of cells and cell products. And some organisms are then unicellular, various microbes are unicellular. Similarly, various protists are unicellular. And some are multicellular, for example, animals, for example, plants, for example, fungi. So they all are basically made of cells, whether unicellular or multicellular organisms. They all are made of cells and cells products. The second point is the cell is basically the structural and functional unit of living organisms. The structural unit means that all living organisms, whether animal, plants or microbes, they are made structurally of cells. If they are unicellular, so they are made of single cell. If they are multicellular, they are made of many cells. So in both cases, they are made of cells. Structurally, they are made of cells. In multicellular, cells combine together to form tissues and then organs and then organ systems. While in unicellular, there is single cells. But in both cases, they are made of cells. So they are made of cells. So cell is the structural unit of all living organisms. And they are the functional units. The cells are the functional unit of living organisms. It means that all the functions of all living organisms are performed by the cells. Whether unicellular organisms, so again all the functions are performed by the single cell. If they are multicellular organisms, so all the functions are performed by the many cells, the different types of cells in the multicellular organism. So the functional unit means that all the life activities of a single cellular organisms or a multicellular organisms, they all are basically performed by the cells. The third point is that new cells arise from the pre-existing cells as a result of cell division. This is another point, that all new cells basically are produced through the process of cell divisions. In animals and plants, mitosis and meiosis are the cell division processes, while in bacteria, binary fission is a process. Similarly, other cell division processes, multiple fission, etc., these are also found. So new cells are always arise from the existing cells through the process of cell division, in which one cell divided into 2 or 4 cells. In mitosis, one cell divided into 2 cells, while in meiosis, one cell divided into 4 cells. So all new cells are basically arise from the pre-existing, already existing cells. That's enough for today. Inshallah, we'll see you with the new lecture next time. Inshallah, take care.